I think he's gonna probably go to phase one then, since he knows that.
Yep.
Do our due diligence.
That's the only one here, that one's not good.
We'll get that one. She might want this one.
Oh, I have one of those. I'll put it in my file.
I don't know.
We'll just pass her over and we'll start signing it. Forward me.
Yeah.
That's the original. Should we not be signing it too? Only so that you have an original and I have an original.
I
Oh.
don't think so. We'll let you have the original.
Serious.
But we do need
Or you can
to.
request it if you kept here in the vault.
Yeah, but I would just like a copy for our records.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I think you probably notarize this a copy.
Yeah.
Is that something you can notarize?
Well, no, I think it's just two witnesses.
I thank you for your time and energy that you put into helping us come hopefully to fruition.
Glad we- yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Glad we could come to an agreement.
We were
that
happy
works
to
for
do it.
everyone.
Yeah.
And I hope it turns out as good as we anticipate.
Yeah.
So thank you very
I
much.
think
And
it's
John,
fine.
thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a good project for the
Any
community.
of something coming up?
Thank
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara.
I most appreciate it.
Well, it's not a copy, so whatever you want.
Thank you, Betty, at some point.
Okay.
Okay, next item, Sarah has asked me to have a place for the Bay of Fundy Marathon, so the board can be updated.
Okay, things are moving along fast with the marathon.
Almost running, huh?
As of Sunday, March 24th, we had 354 signed up for the marathon and 123 in the 10K. The youngest at this point is 14 for the marathon. They will be 15 on race day. And our oldest is 75.
Nice.
So, I don't have the breakdown of the states and countries, but people are coming from every corner of the world and the United States, so,
We're gonna end up with a tent city to accommodate these people.
there's still rooms
Probably have more
available.
reasons against it.
Yeah.
That has been an issue that our committee's been working on, that everybody thinks there's no rooms available. There are rooms available, and if runners or people helping runners need help finding accommodations, let us know, and we will do our best to connect you.
How can they, how can you how can they let you know? What's the number to contact?
Well, they can call me. I know my own number.
And the
I know
website.
that.
And the website.
263-5430 for me. We have a website. We're on Facebook. A letter went out to hopefully all residents in Lubec and Campobello. Was that last weekend?
Yeah, here we go.
Highlighting the roads that will be affected and different things. So if anybody has any questions, concerns, ideas, or they want to volunteer, please contact us.
You get a copy of the letter?
I can get you a copy of the letter. We hope to send another letter out closer to the date of the race. So, you know, anything,
Could you get a
just
copy of
contact
the
us.
letter to John? Could you ask Renee to put it on the website? Because I didn't get the letter either.
I don't know if it was in with something else. I don't know. Nope.
No, it was
By
single.
By itself.
Because I was involved with it with Kathy.
Mom,
Mm,
didn't do it.
It was double-sided.
Right.
So we'll have,
Folder.
I'll see if I can put a copy, if it's not already on our website, and make sure people have the info. But any questions at all, we want to make sure everybody knows what's going on and their questions are answered and their concerns. So, the town, John did request from the National Guard, instead of having the marathon committee ask, it sounded more official if it came from the town to request tents, because the National Guard will come and put them up and take them down, and they have bigger tents. So we'll see if that's answered.
Good idea.
And the committee is looking forward to, we're gonna take a little ride on the course so that we can map out right where the water stations will be and where everything,
Mhm.
what it's gonna look like. So, we're meeting every 2 weeks and then emails, phone calls and everything in between, and there's subcommittees, and it's
Going
gonna
right
be
along.
quite a weekend.
It's exciting.
If anybody has anything, just ask, and I'll get you the answer.
Next item, at the last meeting, we discussed the rockweed harvesting letter that the town of Lubec filled out in 2008. And I went back into the files and found it. There was some discussion about having another letter modeled along those same lines. I did some research on rockweed harvesting. I put some information in the packets. I also found an article in Down East Coastal, and I've added that.
Yeah, that's true. I'll get one of these. so I'll
Okay,
put it
that's
in
it. It's on letterhead.
there. I saw it once.
It's on letterhead. It looks like this.
Yeah, we'll go.
Would the board like to have John read this so that everyone knows what the letter says? Why don't you go ahead and read it, John?
To whom it may concern, rockweed harvesting in Cubscook Bay. The Board of Selectmen for the town of Lubec want to express their concern for the impact that rockweed harvesting will have on the health of the ecosystem of Cubscook Bay. Like any natural resource, rockweed can be decimated if overharvesting is permitted. A scientific study of the resource and its contribution to the health of the region's ecosystem should be completed before allowing harvesting to proceed. Otherwise, how can a sustainable level be established? Concerns of the Board of Selectmen on this matter are no determination of sustainable harvest levels on a bed-by-bed basis, no limits on harvesting to reduce the likelihood of overharvesting, no leasehold agreements with landowners to give permission to harvest on or near private property, no establishment of the ecological importance of seaweed in the bay ecosystem, and no committee such as an association of wardens, fishermen, landowners, scientists, and harvesters to monitor the effect of seaweed harvesting and the harvesting practices on the ecosystem of Cubscook Bay. The board is in support of creating local jobs. However, there is a definite need for rules and regulations for any industry derived from ocean harvesting, just as there are for shellfish and urchin harvesting, lobster fishing, and any other activity involved with sustained inventory of valuable fishing resources in this area. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
John, that was the 2008 letter?
No,
No,
this
this
is
That's the
the
new
current
one.
letter.
2013 is current.
I think that covers most of our bases of concern.
I think so. Would anyone like to make a motion that the board
I'll-
sign this?
I would definitely make a motion that the board sign this letter regarding our concern in harvesting rockweed in Cobscook Bay.
Shouldn't we change it from just concern in Cobscook Bay to entire Maine?
I was
Because
thinking that.
if it has the detrimental effects on Cobscook Bay, then it probably has detrimental effects in any bay that is harvested.
Well, when you say
No
Cubscook-
doubt, but is this letter, would that go beyond that? I mean, we can say what we feel about our Lubec
Right.
Right,
resource.
but the other thing is too, Cubscook Bay covers a great deal of area, and I think other towns and so forth also. that
Well, they
show-
should be, each of their respective boards should be
Did-
doing
did
something.
we-
I'm aware that they are
Are they?
working on
Yeah.
Oh,
something,
okay.
absolutely.
All right, okay.
So we have a motion on the table.
One second.
Yes, sir,
All in favor?
Did anybody second?
No, I haven't got a second.
Well, I thought you said that.
Oh,
you
I
said
thought you
second.
said.
I thought
I'll
you said
second.
second.
No,
It
he
said there was no second.
said he
on the
should.
floor.
I will. Okay.
All right, Sarah saying it, yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, we now have a motion and a second. All in favor? Whoops. So what is it?
That's just all the.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, well, well,
Apparently we have a sewer
Sewer abatement.
abatement. Would someone like to address that?
Marilyn Adito contacted us after I sent out her sewer bill, which was a rather large one. It was for over $600. $611.52. And I called the water, well, actually I called the water company beforehand. They told me I had a leak, but they were not sure whether it went through the sewer system. And they had a leak because the pipes burst, and we were notified that they actually did not go through the sewer system. It ran through the house, and yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
So they were asking if we would consider to go back to the basic, which is what they were paying right along anyway, so.
Was that the cause of the ice slick that ran down the road from
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
asked
this
somebody
is-
about that, and I was told, oh, it's a spring, it happens every year. And it was like, I don't think so.
Not this particular time.
Wow.
So it didn't go through the sewer?
No, it didn't go through the sewer, it went up
Go
through
through
the side of
the
the house, and as Mike just said.
Yeah, because I pointed that out, it's like, when did we start having an ice slick running down that section of the street?
John
Right
Wayne
below
Street.
where I used to live.
Oh, gotcha.
Cherico's.
Wow.
So they were asking for a rebate, and the rebate would be in the amount of $555.42.
I make a motion, seeing how it didn't go through the sewer, that we abate that
yeah,
500
Second that.
amount that you just read off.
yeah,
$555.42.
555.42.
yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully that they can get things fixed.
And who made the second?
I did.
Mike.
Mike? All in favor?
You know, make sure. Extras are not enough.
Town foreclosure?
Yeah, we had a foreclosure deadline. And as a result of that deadline, there were 5 properties that the town foreclosed on for non-payment of taxes. These are 2010 taxes. The list includes property located at 122 Main Street, formerly a restaurant. Second property is property located at 17 Johnson Street, which is right near the State Pier.
Currently have a building on it?
Yes. Yeah, both 122 Main Street and 17 Johnson Street have a building on them.
Yeah, very little lawn. Okay.
Ocean Garage.
Yeah. The owner of, or the former owner of 17 Johnson Street has contacted the town about getting the property back. And we do have an article at the annual town warrant that states the process they have to go through
Mm-hmm.
to regain his property, and he's been advised of what he needs to do.
Yeah, okay.
What property? Johnson Street?
17 Johnson.
17 Johnson Street.
In addition to the taxes and the sewer, there must be fees and
Yeah.
legal fees, et cetera.
What we have is, this is what we're showing on the books for taxes and sewer. And this is what I added here. But Randy's got the list of the legal fees. We had
Right.
Public Works down. We put up new barricades to protect people. We ended up having to change the locks on both buildings. So, I mean, if they want to get them
Okay,
back, then they must